I'm Dr. Elizondo at Westlake Hills Vision Center, and I'm here today with Lauren, our optical manager and optical expert, and we're going to be talking about progressives. Everyone will reach that point in life where all of a sudden you look down and it's not so clear. And a progressive will give you distance on the top of the lens and a gradual change or progression in your prescription to a reading prescription at the bottom. And there are some do's and don'ts for when you look for frames. And so Lauren is going to help us out to see what we should look for and what we shouldn't.
Absolutely. So aesthetically, of course, you want glasses that you feel confident in and you know that you look great in, but it's our job as the optical experts to help you find something that's going to really work with your prescription. So I've got some options that are fantastic for a progressive, and then I've got some that don't fit quite as well, and I'm going to go over the kind of do's and don'ts here. Starting with this gorgeous common menin frame, it is a smaller oval, and while it physically fits Dr. Elizondo for progressive, it wouldn't be my first choice because it does tend to be a bit more narrow up and down. So as she was saying, the progressive goes from one prescription to the other, and this just kind of squashes that computer distance or the intermediate distance in too much, so you're not going to get as usable lens space as you kind of ideally want on your prescription. Again, it fits her, but it's maybe not my first choice. Next, we've got this larger, gorgeous root beer colored Catherine. It is just simply too big. So a lot of times we think, okay, with a lens, the more space, the more room I've got for my prescription, but that's simply not the case. All progressives are kind of built with an hourglass shape in mind, where you get really big open distance on the top, the reading on the bottom, and that intermediate zone. And this is just giving her too much room, so there's going to be a lot of dead space essentially that she's not going to be able to actively use, and it'll make using a progressive actually a lot more difficult. Looking at something that's going to be a phenomenal fit, I've got this new LA Eyeworks. It's a great color on her, it's a really great shape, and size-wise, it's phenomenal for a progressive. So the top of the frame hits right under her eyebrow, which is where we want frames to sit so they're not kind of encompassing your brow too much. And the bottom of the frame hits right at her cheekbone. So she's got great area above the pupil and below to really accommodate any sort of prescription that she might have. I think this would be a phenomenal progressive choice. And then, because I always like to add something in, very fun, I love this blue and black checkered LA Eyeworks as well. Again, fantastic fit for progressive, fits her face like an absolute dream, and I really hope she takes this one home with her.
Thanks, Lauren. Hope you enjoyed these tips, and we'll be posting weekly videos to help you with picking out your next frame.